Why is it important that, excuse me, some clove tea? Why is it important that it's allowed for people to go on their judgmental rants or their non-consistent manipulation values to control people? Why is this important to allow it to take place? Because through the hardest parts of situations, right, the heart shows its real face. Whether you're trying to implement something or you're the one things are being implemented on, it shows the desires of the heart, because you're going through a pressure at that moment. You're going through a push and a pull, a misunderstanding or whatever, which squeezes the existence, the physical existence, in a way that telltales to the divine amongst a lot of people who look the same, a lot of people who may have false intentions laid in their hearts. Uh, their intentions to the contract that was given to them when they decided to come down here, and the mission that they chose to uphold. The intention to that has faltered. So it's like you've been satisfied by the materialistic value of falsity enough to say, well, I can just gain gifts here by holding things back. This is not a torture for chosen people or people who deal in spirituality or children of the Most High. This is not a torture. This is a division. How else you gonna know? How else you gonna be able to separate Tim from Tony or Sam from Sarah? How you gonna be able to separate them? You know what I'm saying? Well, everybody seems the same, right? Everybody seems the same. Everybody yells the same. Everybody cries the same. You know what I'm saying? People try to sit back and watch you, you know what I mean, so they can take your way the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the whole. So what's the best way to get you to slip? What's the best way to get you to prove your point? By letting the actions be what they are. And deeper than that, you your own self-recorder. That's like saying, if we all apples, right? And one of them get rotten. If I'm paying attention to my fruit, I can tell which one rotten first. I just pick that shit up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High looking. People like, the Most High not here. Regardless of what we did. Most High ain't here. Look at what's happened to us. No, intention is even hidden in people who put blame. Intention is hidden in people who think they deserve. Intention is hidden in people who just don't have an overall pure unconditional value to themselves. And then you have the retrospect of people who want to take individuals who have a pure unconditional value about themselves just to make it more of an even playing field. Why you think at children they want to molest children? You want to attack the kids when they're young. You want to start putting that negative experience into them early. You want to make them feel like, yeah, this is what's going on. There's nobody going to be there to save you. There's nobody. You don't got nobody. This is what you're going to deal with for the rest of your life, failure. Subsequently, the whole value is fucked like that. Oh, you did good. You did good. You got 100. Even in reverse polarity, yeah, go away when the family should be together. Yeah, go away. Go to school. Every dynamic is contrast. When you think your life is satisfied and you think it's good, it's not. when you think it's bad, you know what I'm saying, it's not. Like when you believe it's at its worst, it probably ain't. It's like everything that you would get to subsequently, just because you believe that, it's probably not the equated value. And that's only because the subsequent value of how everything is laid into you. You have to take that and assert that through physical awareness. Well, that physical thing is between the spirit and the Most High. Before that, it's a person. Before that is priorities. Before that is a thought. Before that is not understanding. Before that is growth. Before that is childhood. Before that is none of that. Full circle. See what I'm saying? It's just belief. And you're supposed to believe in yourself more over than anything, but you're supposed to believe in the self that you are originally. This world is heinous, yo. This world is heinous. The most respected and people that you would have the most respect for is working in a dialed tone, a dialed tune, a dialed function. Unconditional love works just like this. No conditions. If you ask for it, there shouldn't be a conversation if it's possible. If it's a need, there shouldn't be a pull in between. If there's love, then it should be expressed, not said. These are unconditional values. If you make a contract with someone, the compassion is unconditional because you uphold your word. These are unconditional values. We get so far from understanding what the basis of shit, trying to manipulate the value to suit ourselves. Like, no, it's just this, it's just that, or I just couldn't. Until you put yourself through a whole bunch of fires and like burn off every single understanding of what you think you know, sort of circumstance, so divine can show you the outcome after the fact, then you ain't really getting the true knowledge of that. You kind of getting through with the skin of your teeth. Like, if you kind of just slip past, you didn't go through it, learn from it. That's the thing. You got to face it. And you got to learn from it. People not going to do that. They got to save face. It feel too bad. It feel too good at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, feel too bad, it feel too good. I'm not doing that. Why? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the worst. And you ain't even really holding on to nothing. Hold on for a second. Like, you know, it's crazy, right? Like, the world is locked into this right now. Now, back in the day, your grandparents or your great-grandparents will feed you what you need. It'll be enough to fill you up. You know what I'm saying? They give you the greens, the starches, the meat, probably some bread, probably something extra, maybe a salad or something, a potato salad or something on the side. You got all these parts in your plate. You eat all that shit because the way they cook it is good. But you might have like a spoon's worth, right, on each one of the items, right? So, but it's a lot though, because you'll bust that down. Then you want some more. You greedy, but it's like 8, 9 people eating this shit. You want some more. Well, because your stomach is big enough to fill every gap, doesn't mean you should eat everything. That's what greed is about. If you're the tallest person in the world, should you eat all the food at the top of the trees for yourself? Good question. If you're the tallest person and the best fruit is at the top of the trees, should you be the only one to eat it? Let that bounce around real quick. Some people are going to have problems with that. Some people are going to say, yeah, I could do it. This goes for every attribute of life. This is why divine made the indifferences. He made the indifferences to see if you can be thankful, if you can be grateful, if you can find grace. if you can find unconditional love. No, people got to be satisfied. Me, myself, I'm a victim of this. Through my younger days, yeah, I had to be satisfied. But then something hit me one day. And this is no bullshit. I remember being up north. And I like really, it's like divine pushed me. And I just like fell off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I was making some of the decisions I was making. My homeboy's like, yo, why you talking to her? She don't even look like somebody you'll fuck with. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, y'all don't match. Like, he was mad. Like, one of my homeboys, random, I don't even fuck with him like that. We, my homeboy, cool, street nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? New York shit. You know, you got mad homeboys everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So we just outside smoking a blunt on a clip. He like, yo, why you fuck with her? Y'all don't even look like y'all should be together. Nigga, like, y'all don't match. You're like, he was like angry or something on the low. I'm like, I was like, yo, it ain't about how she look, yo. He's like, she don't be around nobody. She quiet. I was like, yeah, so what? She reserved. There's nothing wrong with that. But look how she dressed. I was like, so what? She liked me. She got a good conversation and we talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna kick it with. He's like, but like he tried to find reasons to make me look like, nah, don't talk to her. And basically, her dress and the character she carried didn't look hip hopish, or it wasn't hood enough, or she was like reserved. She was a reserved person. She didn't really fuck with people like that. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't dress like everybody neither. You know what I'm saying? Had glasses. Motherfuckers were considered not to really look attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't care. We had dope conversation. You know what I'm saying? We vibed a little bit. So it was me stepping out of the normal comfortability of how I would normally do things, looking for the value of what everybody else said was standard. You know what I'm saying? So I did something different. I did it and I let it happen. I didn't try to go search nothing out. I didn't seek nothing out. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? And I went with the flow of things instead of trying to control things so much. I went with the flow of it just to see what would come out of it. And for the most part, it was a good experience. Every experience is fleeting, but sometimes you need these experiences to clean out what you think you know about reality. And divine don't make no mistakes, but we do. So be mindful when you're talking about people. Be mindful when you're saying what's right and what's not right, because you don't know what struggle or who going through what and where they came from. This is the reason for unconditional love. We have to look, listen, and pay attention. NAGA.